All right, we got Kel. We'll watch his swing in real time. Now I did a rewind, and we'll go through slow motion. Human eye can see about 30 frames per second, if that. And so what we're going to notice right here is Kel has some bat drag, right? So his elbow is his rear elbow is leading in front of his hands. And so because of that, his hands are dragging behind his body, and therefore the bat is dragging behind the body. So if the core in the middle center of the body is the strongest area that we want to get our power from, we want to have our hands leveraged in with the core of the body. All right, here's Jack. Good example of no bat drag. When he turns, his hands are staying in front, and so they're leveraged. He's leveraging that bat to be a part of the power coming from his body. And so he's also developing, see how his back elbow is behind his hands? He's developing a shorter swing and a more powerful swing at the same time. All right, we got Carson. We'll roll him through and spot. A little bit of bat drag right there. So the back elbow is connected with the body, but the hands aren't. And so the hands are dragging behind the body, and therefore the bat's dragging behind the body. So we'll have some drills so we can address that. This is actually a really good hit. It goes the other way with it. We can do a couple things to make the swing shorter and more powerful by leveraging the bat with the core instead of letting it drag behind and making it a longer swing. All right, here's Brady's swing, and we'll go through. We've been working on not having bat drag, and so a good example, Brady turns, see how the bat and the hands are connected with the core of his body. I even wish his hands were a little bit closer to the center of his body, and so he's able to get around a nice short swing, gives himself some more time, and can still stay really powerful with this hit, generating the power from nice. And he's got some things to work on that we're still correcting. His backside drops a little bit, but we have some drills to kind of even that out. But no, the thing that we're focusing on for this lesson is hands are in front of his back elbow. All right, we have Brandon here, and we'll watch his swing. And Brandon starts to have some bat drag, but then pulls out of it real quick, right? So now the elbow's connected with the body, and the hands are about right there. The only thing I'd suggest with Brandon think about is right now his arms, his that arm that I have drawn there is in an arm bar or a straight arm, and that's fine. But sometimes that can cause the body to push the hands away from the body. So instead of the hands being closer to the body and therefore having a tighter circumference to spin around, it can push the hands a little too far away, making it a longer swing. So there's this thing called the law of conservation of angular momentum. So think of a figure skater. When they want to spin fast, they get real tight. When they want to slow down their spin, they can move their arms out wider. All right, we have John Luke here, and he really doesn't have bat drag, which is great. Good little swing. The only thing I think, just like with Brandon's swing, is maybe some of that arm is a little bit too straight, so it's pushing your hands a little too far away from your body. Just give a little bit more bend in there, and you'll leverage more of that bat speed and power from the core of your body. It'll get your hands a little bit closer to your body for some more power. All right, we have Graydon here. And I really didn't get any video on Graydon except for the stuff that I got were all low pitches, like at his ankles. Like this one comes in, like that's the trajectory to hit his foot, and he still hits it. He golfs it, and so it's tough for me to see. It looks like you don't have any bat drag, though. You're able to get to that ball. Unfortunately, on those low pitches, the only way to go get them when they're that low is to drop the hands away from the shoulders. If we see right here, hands are close to your shoulders where the power is. To go get that one down so far down, you have to really drop those hands quick. All right, I got Nikolai queued up here, and we can see his bat drag is pretty prevalent right there. We'll do some drills to get rid of that bat drag, but what is it once again? That back elbow is in front of those hands, and therefore the hands are dragging behind the body, and therefore the bat is dragging behind the body instead of being leveraged in with the core. Now, it's going to feel weird to these kids to change because they want to feel a lot of strenuous activity in their arms, but really they need to feel less in their arms and focus more just on their hips turning with a shorter swing, more compact. All right, one thing I'm going to show with Chase is we've learned that with him, when he goes over the top towards the ball instead of coming under to the ball, he has way more bat speed. And so right here he does what we don't want. And sometimes it's a lower pitch. But see how he drops his hands like a golfer? He's a golfer in his other sport. And so if we can have him, like I said, come over the top to the ball, keep those hands close to that shoulder for as long as he can, and then go down once he's turned. So if he could keep him up to about right there, then go down to the ball, he'll have about 10 to 15 miles per hour more bat speed, according to the ZEP sensor that we put with him and Brady.